Good morning!
And welcome to your favorite Saturday morning TV show. We call this Breakfast Daily Weekend right here on Channel 1 TV. My name is Jude Duncan.
And I am Eno Safo. Find me across all social media platforms with the handle Eno_S. And I will follow you back.
Same here at Mensa Duncan across all social media platforms. X, formerly Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and sometimes I'm shy to say it, but Snapchat.
But why are you shy to say Snapchat?
Is it if you're of a certain age and you're on Snapchat, it is a red flag. Yeah, so men will tell you that, oh, come and let's...
TikTok isn't
No, TikTok
for a certain age?
TikTok is fine. That's
How?
where everybody's pivoting to right now. But Snapchat, the features over there, it is for some things.
I don't know what they're talking about.
Are you on Snapchat?
Yeah, I'm on Snapchat.
If somebody texts you out of the blue and say, maybe you're talking to the person on WhatsApp, and the person says, can we move the conversation to Snapchat? Will you be...
Why are you moving the conversation to Snapchat?
Exactly the point, because there are features over there, like the... After,
the 24-hour.
Exactly, all of those things.
But you can change all of those things.
Yeah, but people,
But if you want to go and... But no, I mean, well, I don't understand the whole thing. Maybe I'm just being...
it is a thing. People send people all kinds of messages on Snapchat because there's no trail. So people, like, if they have a certain motive, they want to send the conversation to Snapchat more.
Yeah, I'm serious.
So the point is that if you're like over a certain age, right, I think fairly I'm okay, but if you are, if a very big man, tells you, oh, let's take the conversation to Snapchat, it's a red flag. Yeah, but I'm on Snapchat anyway.
I'm also on Snapchat.
To report the news.
That's all right. But, I'm on Snapchat to have fun, not to report any news. But let's remind our viewers that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, thus Pink October. Get your breasts checked, both men and women, very important, so that we can help save lives. So I got this last week. Someone very important gave me the shirt,
like
and it was only one. Unfortunately, I was like, "Oh, you didn't get one."
You can't do
but
that.
They didn't. Unfortunately, they didn't think about you.
Out of protection,
I shouldn't have taken it.
Yes, you either bring you someone or not wait.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's a very nice shirt too. Yeah.
Very actually. So what does it say? Check, share, care.
Yeah.
So check, share the message, and care about patients, right? And people who have to deal with this.
Yeah.
So I like that shirt actually.
Awareness.
Really, really important.
Yeah, and it's also Cybersecurity Awareness Month. October is so many things. Domestic violence, menopause.
I think Friday or Thursday was World Food Day or something like that.
Yeah, it's also Menopause Awareness Month, like a lot of things. So Cybersecurity Awareness Month, throughout the week, you've seen a couple of the videos. Today we'll show you a few more on how to stay safe while you browse the internet and all of that. And we will show you a video here. So the series is called A Safer You. We'll show you how to stay safe and be safe as you browse, as you use your bank apps and all of that. I learned something new. Do not use your bank app or any sensitive money app on free Wi-Fi, because it might not just be free Wi-Fi. It might be a hacker somewhere who has set up the free Wi-Fi.
I mean, how much is data? If you have money to open a bank account, how much is data?
Oh, but sometimes at the airport, you can, especially if you've gone to another country and you haven't set up your Wi-Fi.
Wait, like prepare, the pro tip is that prepare for finances when you travel.
When you travel, yeah.
As much as possible, try and keep cash on you.
Yeah.
Look out for near, forex bureaus. But to be jumping on free Wi-Fi because you want to access. Of course, there will be emergency.
Your bank app and
there will be emergency situations.
So take your card and make sure your card can be used outside the country.
Exactly.
And inform your bank before you travel so that they don't block your card.
You know the tips. So are you doing free Wi-Fi?
We are avid travelers.
I'm not part. I've not even gone to Togo before. I've not even crossed the border.
All be light. Don't listen to Jude. Are you ready to go into the papers?
I should think so, but it's been an interesting weekend because, we're minding our business and all of a sudden we're told that a new political party has been formed.
Charlie.
And they have its first...
And the plus, no? I asked Ask them, so why UP Plus? So, oh, so you see the iPhone.
Yeah.
Has
Yes. Pro Max
iPhone
Plus.
16 Plus.
Who said that? Don't tell Solomon also.
Solomon Owusu. iPhone 16 Plus. iPhone
How
15
can you
Plus.
use
Like, so the Plus
phone
is
model?
a better version
come
of
on,
that
come on,
particular model.
come on,
And
come
so
on.
since there's been a UP party before, they have decided to add the Plus to let people know that it's a new UP party,
I don't even
a
understand.
better version of the former UP party. It go be
No, so it's UP Plus,
UP Plus.
and plus is starts with the letter P.
Yeah,
So you can't say UPP.
no.
UP
UP
Plus.
Plus.
But the short form of UP Plus is UPP.
They say UP Plus. Which one is your own?
No, it's like saying New Patriotic or NP Party.
But they say NPP.
Yeah, so we should be able to say UPP for short.
Please, it's UP.
Okay, what's the
Plus.
abbreviation of the party?
UP.
Not UPP. Charlie, they need to come with what? Like,
UP.
What is this?
What is what?
I will
UP.
wish them well. Later on, the big issue, I'm sure the issues will be delved into. They have a very solid panel. Paul Adomacho will be on the show. Senyo Hosi as well. Professor Titus Bayo and Richard Ahiagba. And of course, Franklin Kujo. So they'll delve into all the issues around this. But I know, of course, Galamsey is also in the news. Goldboard said they brought in 9 million Ghana cedis.
I wonder where they're buying
Billion, actually. And
the gold from, or who they're buying the gold from.
and a lot of, questions around where is the gold coming from exactly so, and whether or not it is from some quarters, and it's been a whole
CJ is also
debate.
in the news.
Yeah.
She has sued the
Who?
CJ.
Oh,
Former CJ
yeah.
has sued the
Acting
acting
CJ.
CJ for,
No, she's
for
trying to
being
halt
vetted. Yeah,
the process of swearing in the new.
yeah. No, of vetting actually.
Not even the
he
swearing.
He hasn't been vetted yet.
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
so both vetting and swearing in of Ansah Asare.
Paul Bafobon.
Paul Bafoboni, yeah. I saw the Ansah Asare here. He has slammed Tokonu saying that you weren't mature enough to be CJ, and that's on channel1newsonline.com. So let's go straight into that. On channel1newsonline.com, some of the stories you'll find on our portal. Private schools ready for free SHS rollout despite low funding. You weren't mature enough to be CJ, Ansah Asare slams Tokonu. Your case is dead, let it go. Ansah Asare to Tokonu again. Ex-convict picked up in Odoko taxi driver killings. Wow. Eduboahin trial, AG's case collapsing after turning accused into witness, Atachia says. Tokonu sues to halt Bafoboni's vetting and appointment as Chief Justice. NSA payroll scandal. Court adjourns Oseye Sibe Gifty Oware trial indefinitely. Government saves $300 million after renegotiating IPP deals, according to Jenapo. Ghana and Grenada to finalize visa-free travel deal. 12 excavators, 5 motorbikes, others confiscated. An anti-Galamsey operation, Lands Ministry. Eduboahin trial. Court discharges 32 accused despite defense objection. And the Galamsey fight needs integrity, not military crackdowns. Nakom to Mahama, and over 8.6 million Ghana cedis and $20,000 donated to Children's Fund for helicopter crash victims.
Free SHS, we are ready to receive students, private schools, and these stories are on citynewsroom.com. Also here, Forex trading license of UBA Ghana reinstated. Birim Central, 2 arrested in joint security operation on Galamsey site, moving on 1.5 billion spent on IPP's energy supplies by September. That's coming in from the Energy Ministry. Eduboahin trial, what they are hiding will set us free. That is coming in from former Member of Parliament for Iboakwa South, Atachia, who's also counsel for the former NSB boss, Kwabena Eduboahin. Also here, CJ office, not your personal property. That's coming in from Ansah Asare to former Chief Justice Gertrude Isaba Tokonu. Eduboahing trial, Atachia slams Attorney General for decision to turn third accused into prosecution witness. You know, that came as a shock to many people. You know, to think that somebody who was also standing as an accused person will now strike a deal with the prosecutor to be a star witness against one of the accused is unbelievable scenes. I'll see how it goes. Engineers and planners complete $100 million payment for Azuma Gold acquisition. Also, Ghana signs MOU with Grenada to facilitate recruitment of Ghanaian nurses. And these are the big stories on citynewsroom.com.
All right, so I have the Mirror, Ghana's most popular weekend paper, Love at the Bar. And there's a picture of Emmanuel Ebo Hodgson, Esquire, a court correspondent with a Daily Graphic, and he was among the newly qualified lawyers called to the bar on Friday, October 10, 2025. And standing by his side is his wife, Jessica Otuko Hodgson, Esquire, who was called to the bar in 2024.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting because I've been reading a lot of stories by Emmanuel Ebo Hodgson. And I didn't know he's been called to the bar.
Yeah.
Oh, so congratulations to him.
Yeah.
You know, usually court correspondents, after being in court for some time, are like, you know, you hear the cases, you know.
That's the next step.
When you're always talking about the law, it's very easy to just,
you
know, transition into the law like that. So congratulations to Emmanuel Ebo Hodgson and his lawyer wife, who was called a year earlier, Jessica Otuku.
All right, so other stories, I can imagine their school fees. Back to back.
Yeah.
2024, 24. Wow. 10 years collectively or more of going to school. Wow.
Serious.
Congratulations to them. Other stories you'll find on Ghana's most popular weekend, The Mirror. Scrap dealer in court for defiling student, infecting her with HIV. That's so sad. Drip Kings, Ghana's World Cup hero serves designer swagger. Hey. Breastfeeding after breast cancer. A survivor shares her story. Daily Graphic, weekend special. Some of the stories you will find. Volta Lake boat disaster, survivor recounts ordeal. And you see a picture of Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman holding the children. Ghana Grenada sign pact for nurse recruitment. That story is on page 13 of the Daily Graphic.
You know, big stories on the newscenter.com. Ghana on track to exit IMF program in May 2026. That's coming in from the governor, Dr. Johnson Isiama. Also here, IMF applauds Ghana's recent cedi appreciation. Eduboahing trial, AG drops charges against Mildred Donko. Nearly 1 million Ghanaians faced food crisis in 2024. That's from the Ghana Statistical Service report. And Yoko Boss is now my best friend because I feel God sent him. If you read this headline, you know where it's coming from, right?
No.
Shatawale. You know, and you talked about all the amazing things that happened in the month of October. I think Shatawale's birthday is one of them. Yeah, and later today you'll be holding a Shatabration concert. You know, so we'll see how that goes. And, you know.
Yeah.
To some telco news, Telecel clarifies its role in AT Ghana's operations. And of course, they have other stories on the Eduboahing trial I earlier brought to you from citynewsroom.com.
Okay, Ghana News Agency, Ghana Grenada strengthened ties with bold commitments on trade, health, and reparations. World Bank touts poverty reduction potential of 24-hour economy big push program. Grenadian Prime Minister in Ghana for 2-day state visit. President Mahama holds bilateral talks visiting Grenadian Prime Minister. Prosecution yet to serve or say SCB entry with a hearing notice. Ghana on track to exit IMF program in 2026. That's according to the BOG governor. The court has adjourned the case over widowhood rights of late High Life star Daddy Lumba. And other stories, make Disability Act implementable. That's according to the advocates.
Do you have Ghana Weekend for us?
Yes, I do. Some of the stories you'll find on Ghana Weekend. I felt my ancestors' pain and strength. Gabrielle Union on visit to Cape Coast Castle. I don't know if you've heard. It's been trending this week. Easy's maternity photos go viral as fans link medical to her pregnancy.
I think it's confirmed that indeed they have a child together.
Already?
Yeah. No,
So this would be the second one?
No, this is the
okay,
recent pregnancy, yeah. The
so
photos,
the photos are old, like she's already given birth.
She's already given birth.
But she's now decided, okay.
We are told the name of the child is Space Frimpong. Actually a baby boy. Space, as in...
As in... A room space and
in space. So, you know, well, actually, can't think about it. Could be space as in.
I thought medical had
somewhere outer
an island.
Yes. So if you have an island, you have space.
You have space.
So next time
then
it will be
third
Neptune.
One will be what? Neptune.
Yeah. Neptune. Oh.
Island space.
Yeah.
Since he likes Galaxy.
Yeah. He could do
Galaxy will be the next one because it seems he likes.
Celestial things
like that. Island, space, Galaxy.
I mean, congratulations to him.
Of course. Congratulations to both of them, actually, to Easy and Medical. All right, other stories. I always don't know how to pronounce this thing. Is it Jackie or Gaki?
The musician?
Yes.
Or Jackie?
Jackie.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jackie named Billboard's African Rookie of the Month for October. And it'd be like I'm cheating. Stonebwoy dismisses Shatta Wale lyrical matchup. World Food Day, Kevin Ochre Foundation feeds 400 Fadama residents. And Accra comes alive as Chef Abby celebrates World Food Day with big street feast.
On the Shatta Wale Stonebwoy story, do you think Stonebwoy is actually a better lyrical, lyricist than
Shatta Wale? You like putting me on the spot when it comes to Shatta Wale.
No, I have opinions too. I just want to use yours to gauge mine, to see whether I'm not like.
I think they're both good in their own
Don't sit
right.
on the fence. Just one has got to be better.
I'm giving you a diplomatic answer because I don't want people to come for me.
If you listen to,
they're
for
good
example,
on their own space.
If you listen to, and I'm trying to gauge their most, they are very highly motivational songs outside of the noise and the whole that. So, for example, Shatta Wale has Street Crown.
Which is recent.
Which is very recent.
Aside this Street Crown, I don't think he has any other.
Oh, he has other motivational songs.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stonebwoy has also, I think, Strength and Hope. Strength and hope. You'll be my strength and hope. In times of ease, I can and dream. Or something like that. Then Shatta Wale has Street Crown. Like, based on, sometimes you use some of these kinds of music to judge your pen power, right? Because, sometimes when it's like down so they're just jumping and shouting, they're just saying things.
Shatta.
Like putu and things. They're not shatta. They're not saying anything. That one is not lyrics. It's not like.
Maybe it means something. Maybe you just don't know what it means.
Putu, it doesn't mean anything.
Are you sure?
It doesn't mean anything.
Have you asked him?
It doesn't mean.
When we meet Stonebwoy, we'll ask him.
It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. If he says it means something, he and I are just coming together to just do. And like you said, shatta. But we'll jump to it anyway. I think when Shatta wants to be serious with his music, he has a stronger pen power in terms of lyrics.
I knew you'd say that.
Yeah, because Charlie, the Street Crown song, for example, I think it's even bigger outside and it's bigger here. Because like you go on TikTok.
Somebody was complaining that Ghanaians don't support our own.
I don't think it's true. It's overplayed.
It's actually kind of sometimes true.
See, Ghanaians love their own. Take the Black Stars, for example.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, by same. They'll say, we don't love the Black Stars, but we'll show up for them.
They were on a rant about Miss Grand International or something. There's a Ghanaian representing us. And under the post, I almost wrote, but we didn't know. If we knew, I'm sure Ghanaians would support
on what platform?
Miss Grant, it was on Instagram.
Yeah, so we didn't know.
That's the whole point.
The PR was low.
Yeah.
So you can't force Ghanaians for not being interested in something they don't know about.
And until then, I had never heard of Miss Grand International.
Thank you very much.
To be honest,
I think
apparently it's a pageantry that has been around for a while.
Yeah. So they can't use that as basis to say Ghanaians don't support their own. That is not true. I think Ghanaians, you know.
And then she added her own story to it.
Yeah.
She's a well-known model and
we hear stories of
But
how
anyway.
people travel outside, and Ghanaians are looking out for them. You know, a lot of the time, of course, there'll be a few instances where you hear other stories, but you know, very recently, Sandra was sharing his experience in New York.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, you can say
was
that
invited to
he is
people's
an outlier
homes.
because he is
He's
on TV
Sandra.
and everything. But the
He's
point is that
Sandra.
I think Ghanaians are really friendly and they have a lot of warmth and empathy if they want to and if they like you.
That's the word.
Yeah, but more often than not, they like people.
That's
I
the
don't
word.
know. It's actually growing
No,
up.
I won't lie. We support our own when we want to, and I'll add that caveat. But if they want to mafia you too,
And you know, this conversation started on the basis of music, and I feel like Shatta Wale has been one of the biggest beneficiaries of that kind of support. See, at the point, one person was saying to me that professionals came together. So, for example, doctors, lawyers, accountants, engineers, and their whole aim was to be a group known as Professionals for Shatta Wale. You know, they wanted to polish Shatta and, you know, make him more appealing to other people outside of the SM family.
polish him.
Yeah, you know, they said that you know, the act, the talent is there, the craft is there. But I see sometimes you'll be there and all
It
that.
doesn't appeal to everybody.
Yeah, you know, it's some controversy that you don't even
I always say
understand.
someone needs to take his phone away from him.
Yeah, but that, you know, but again, people love him because of that side of him.
So then he
Where they see his
appeals to
rawness.
those people.
Yeah, but you know, they saw, and again, the group I'm referring to, the Professionals for Shatta Wale, saw Shatta as having the potential to be Ghana's biggest music export. I know a
But
couple
have they
of people
sat
in the
down and
group.
had this conversation with him? Maybe they should, and then we'll
Yeah,
see
so
what
they
comes
try
out of
reaching
it.
out, and again, you know, some of the people around him would not want other people infiltrating, because then
Right.
they feel like they'll lose their hold
on
and their
him.
power around, you know, being around him. So it's a lot of things.
That reminds me of the book launch that we went to this week, where we were told that the people around
The
the
president,
presidents
it's always the
make
case.
it a bit difficult
The-
for
the-
the
the
author,
popular-
John Osai Kwapon, to reach out to them.
fairy tale story. I don't know if it's a fairy tale, but we read it in our schools. The king and the emperor's,
New clothes.
yes, you know, in his mind, he's
He's
absorbed.
wearing the most amazing
See,
outfit ever.
it is, we see it every time.
Yeah.
We see it every time. And, you know, it's a leadership problem.
Yeah.
So you the leader, you're also partly to be blamed if you don't want to have a proper sense of reality. So my point is, I'm saying all of this because I think that Shatta Wale has done, and it's his birthday, so viewers, pardon me.
Oh, it's today?
Yes, I think
Oh, it's
yesterday.
yesterday. Yeah.
Yesterday. I think that he's arguably the greatest or one of the greatest musicians to ever come out of the country.
Yeah.
If I was pushed, probably top 3. His collaboration with Beyonce opened new frontiers.
I was surprised that Shatta was able to keep quiet about that collaboration. I'm
You
sure
have
he
to-
signed an NDA.
Yeah, you have to keep quiet. It's Beyonce you are talking about.
I'm sure he signed an
Yeah,
NDA because
and I'm so sure he probably like did a lot of videos and his team had to like quickly just, you know, but we love him. You know, he's
Yeah.
the only one who could be apprehended, sent to law enforcement, and a sporadic or a spontaneous concert
Yeah.
will be held in his honor. You know,
Alright.
he is the guy. And
speaking of
wish
Shatta,
him
he
well.
said he's met Mali's parents.
Who is
So,
Mali?
A wedding coming soon. His girlfriend.
I didn't even know about that. So where,
Yeah.
where is Shatta Mishi right now?
Why are you asking me? I don't know.
Oh, anyway, I think she started doing music herself, right? But I sound Fabi sound.
Oh, I think she's also a lawyer, right? So-
Shatta Mishi.
Or I heard she was in law school.
Charlie,
Or
if
she's done.
if you're in law school, you're not a lawyer.
No, I'm saying either she's done,
Or
because
she's
when
in-
I heard she was in law school, now I check. Or she was going to law school. I don't know. I thought that is what I heard.
You know, those
From the
saying that
streets.
Shatta Wale is not 40 years, they should either bring his best certificate or keep quiet. You know, I don't like
But
that.
why? He doesn't look 40?
Does he look 40?
No.
so why are you making it look like it's not it's out of place to ask that question. I mean, my point is that
No. I haven't asked questions. I'm just asking them, does he not look 40? To me, he doesn't look 40. He looks maybe a bit older. maybe still in the 40 range, but slightly older than 40. But if the guy wants to be 40, which one's your own? When women turn 30, they're always like, I'm 18 or I'm 30 for the longest.
You drop hits in the 90s, you know, and you know how old you'd have to be if you are 40 now and started dropping hits in the 90s.
Oh, maybe he started dropping hits when he was 17, 16, 15.
Or 12.
Or 12.
Or 10.
Yeah.
Let's be serious. Charlie, I don't care his age. I think he looks actually, you know, young enough to be doing what he does, and we love his music and wish him well, you know.
Yeah. Let me finish Ghana Weekend, and then we can, if we have time. Oh, we don't. 27. Manate's book launch. I showed up to help. I walked away transformed. Daddy Lumba's funeral. Court adjourns Akosua Sewa's case to October 28. What do you think about Daddy Lumba's thing? Before then, KOD represents Ghana at Maiden Global Africa Summit in Washington, D.C. And D'Angelo, Grammy Award-winning R&B singer, dead at 51.
Akosua Sewa and is it
Odobroni.
Odobroni. So who is the first wife?
Akosua Sewa.
Akosua Sewa.
Yeah.
She's the Germany wife.
Yeah, she's the one who's in court.
But was she married? Was Daddy Lumba married to the second one?
Yes.
They were like legally ordinance or which kind of wedding?
I don't know.
Or was
I don't know the
Warrior?
specifics.
Oh, Charlie, you know, back in the day, we go to school, Asante Chi Kasa. They were learning types of
Awarie.
types of Awarie. Is it Impunachi Awarie? Charlie, you know, sometimes, but see, you know, in spite of all of this, right, I think that this gives us a very unique opportunity to relook our family law. You know, sometimes precedents can happen, but if it's not high profile, a lot of people won't know until you go to court. So I think this is high profile enough. Daddy Lumba is as big as it comes, right?
A legend.
Everybody at least would have, if you don't even know his music, you would have heard it before. So the point is that it will give, and a lot of people have side chicks. And that's also a statement of fact. Even though we don't, I don't believe in it, right? So the point is that it will give us a proper high-profile precedent into issues around extramarital affairs, claims by other persons outside of the marriage, what the law says, what your limits are, widowhood issues, you know, when it comes to a loss of a spouse. And I think that it will make our whole family law, you know, stronger. Jurisprudence, as the lawyers will say, much stronger.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm looking forward to it. What I don't like is the insinuations and the spiting.
The kids have come together and written that they are not part of.
So all of
what is going on.
This Gen Z in Colazo, I have to join, you know.
Join what? You know the funny thing about accounts in general. You know, but
the children are ours.
But the children are ours.
I know. I see that thing.
Now and then.
Not
the minute they
do,
see the children,
hello. Because the children,
but you, the woman,
accounts are
you
matrilineal,
push the
right?
kids out. Yes, we're matrilineal.
So that's even surprising because they should be like taking the children. Okay, well, it plays out. It plays out any side.
It
can play out any side.
So yeah.
No, that one is true. Like the children, they see us, but the wife
forget.
You know, I've seen a funeral where the same instance, they put a man's children on the obituary, and they didn't add the wife's name, and they added the man's second wife, who was, you know, believed not to have been even like legally married, and added the man's children with his first wife, whose wife's name wasn't on the obituary.
Wow.
It can be complicated sometimes.
It can be. And even sometimes I hear where you have your wedding, if it's not registered, the marriage is not recognized. So all of these things, you need to do your checks so before you get married.
AMA would, when you go to the AMA to ask you why you're getting married.
Why are you getting married?
Then they'll check on their database whether or not it is a place where you can
register.
So it's true. You need to do all of those checks.
All of those checks. Do your checks so women before tomorrow morning.
So the children of
the actual wife.
Akosia Bruni. Odo Bruni. And Akosia Sewa. How many of them in total?
I'm not sure. 4 or 5, I think.
So like 9 all in total.
Yeah, they are not part of the whole.
So they've all come together
battle.
to say that they don't support the litigation.
But the judge, I think, before they adjourned the case, asked both parties to go home and settle the issue because they are tarnishing Daddy Lumba's
But can't there be 2
image.
widows?
I mean, there can be.
So why are they? Or one wants to be recognized as the main.
I don't know what exactly she wants. I don't know whether they've told her not to bring. So in Akan funeral rites, you bring a jadie like Friday evening. So yeah, they jury the corpse,
funeral.
yes.
Yeah.
And then the Saturday morning, you bring it again, and then you leave it. And then the afternoon, you bring another one at DCADA and all of those things. No, that DCADA is Saturday morning, and then in the afternoon, that's where you bring the goats with the tie,
Hey.
So she wants to be recognized as being able to do it. I don't know whether the family has told her not to.
Yeah.
But I don't think they would. But anyway, let's see how this pans out.
I really want to understand this thing. So they both can be
you
recognized
as wives.
As wives.
Yes,
so,
and come and do your traditional rites.
So the point is that the Germany wife wants to be recognized as the first wife. Does it give you like some preeminence in the process?
But the man is gone.
No, maybe.
You mean like you'll be the first person to bring the things?
Yeah.
Perhaps.
And maybe even like money after. But I don't think any of them need.
But they don't need money. You are living in Germany. What do you need Ghana cedis?
You might never know. That is not the number I'm talking about. How can we drop $200,000 on the table right now? But all the children have come together to say what? Let the funeral go out.
It said they're not part of the thing in court.
So they want the funeral to go as planned.
Yeah.
Wow. And the funeral is still, as things stand.
As things stand,
the funeral is 6th December.
Yes.
Wow.
So we live to see. Hopefully they'll
settle
this out of
viewers should share with us what they think about this. I think it enhances our family law set up in the country, issues around persons, interstate, all of those. So if you have opinions on this, share with us and let's see what you make of this. Yeah.
Take us to break.
All right. And on that note, it was a different kind of news review, but it's still the news, guys. Trust me. These are the big issues right now in the country. We'll take a quick break. When we're back, there's what's happening and a lot more for you right here on Breakfast Daily Weekend. Don't go away.
This October, Northern Ghana takes center stage. Get ready for the Northern Business Fair 2025, the ultimate one-stop shop for everything made in Ghana in the Savannah, Northern, Northeast, Upper East, and Upper West regions. From hand-woven smokes and intricate crafts to modern manufacturing, innovative packaging of made-in-Ghana products, and thriving homegrown businesses, it's a vibrant celebration of talent, innovation, and authenticity. Brought to you by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 CDFM, it's the biggest trade fair showcasing Kenyan SMEs, startups, research bodies, and indigenous brands making waves across the nation. It's happening on Saturday the 25th and Sunday the 26th of October 2025 at the Tamale Sports Stadium. The time is 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Want to exhibit? Call 0205-973-973 today and book your space. Don't just hear about it, see it, experience it, and live it. The Northern Business Fair, your market, your connections, your growth. The Northern Business Fair 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 City FM and is proudly sponsored by Ecobank, Side Hustle, the Ghana Enterprises Agency, the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, and supported by Cackstone Records. The alumni of Sweetroot Secondary School, SWESCO, invites you to the annual All-Year Group Awards and Dinner Dance. Relive the memories, reconnect with friends. The Old Swesconians Annual Year Group Awards and Dinner Dance is here. Join us on November 1st at 5 p.m. at the beautiful Channel 1 TV Gardens in Tesano. For just 500 Ghana cedis per head, enjoy an evening of dinner, music, and nostalgia. Don't miss the reunion of the year. The Old Swesconians Annual All-Year Group Awards and Dinner Dance is on the 1st of November 2025 at 5 p.m. at the Channel 1 TV Gardens. Contact your year group or chapter president and get your tickets. Sepulchrum Optimus, always with the best. It's time to promote volunteerism, active citizenship, and patriotism in Ghanaian society,
where we shine the spotlight on the unsung heroes among us.
Today, we're not just launching a program, we're igniting a revolution of skills, dreams, and hope.
On Volunteers TV, we highlight and celebrate people and groups that are great examples to us all.
Every single region in Ghana, we're doing something.
Good.
So no one's being left behind.
Over 800 kids that come to school, so having an extra classroom, extra resources will be really, really beneficial.
If you're a volunteer, you are actually serving because you are giving up your time and resources for nothing in return.
Volunteers TV, Sunday at 6:30 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
In a nation full of questions, where truth often hides behind noise, one show dares to ask what truly matters face to face. With fearless clarity and a quest for accountability, host Umaru Amadou sits down with the movers and shakers of politics, governance, society, and business, confronting the issues that define our national conversation.
The party itself has said that whenever you're in opposition, you should choose flag bearers early.
So what you are trying to tell me is that you want somebody who is going out to come and select a leader for you. So the next person will come and say, but I didn't select him.
Direct victim of attack, violent attack.
Where and when?
The first one happened in Parliament. I was pregnant.
Now, for me, it was legitimized by a radio or TV station giving her a position to work.
So for you, take issue with GH1 and what and giving her the platform.
That is where the minority is. We are on them. We've asked questions.
President Mahama will be a mean president if he prioritized only his children and DCP. He needs to demonstrate a Ghanaian government.
Every Tuesday at 9 p.m., join Umaru Amadou on Face to Face as he digs deeper, challenges power, and reveals the stories shaping Ghana's future. Only on Channel 1 TV.
Welcome back. This is Breakfast Daily Weekend right here on Channel 1 TV. Just gone by the news review segment. Myself and Eno Safo. Now we tell you all the big events happening this week and beyond in our next segment. And we call this What's Happening? Somebody's drinking tea. Sergeant Lee. Otashi Otrati. Anyway, so what's happening is happening now. We get to bring you all the big stories from the weekend and beyond. And it's important we start off with a very important and exciting conversation that, everybody's looking forward to this coming weekend. And of course, it started off yesterday beautifully when I hosted the Jongo Warriors. You know, Charlie, there's a group called Jongo Warriors.
Jongo.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when I saw the name, I thought it was like a football team, you know, who were coming to like showcase like the football side of business. Charlie, they are a music band and they play the some guy they play the conga. You know, so it was exciting to watch, and all in anticipation of the Northern Business Fair, which is happening on the 25th to the 26th of October 2025 at the Tamale Sports Stadium, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day. So food and packaging, manufacturing services, local or small SMEs, and more, right?
Yep.
If you're into food, packaging, right, you could also be at the fair. You know, somebody asked me on, I think Thursday, whether if you have like a food business like Tuozafi and you can say, Charlie, Ghanaians like food too much. Everything they want to put food inside. You know, but of course.
Everyone wants to come and spend the whole day there, so they need to know whether they'll be fed.
Business fair. I think of Tuozafi.
Yeah, but is Tuozafi not a business?
It's a food business.
Exactly.
It's a food. Yeah, but how do you want to kind of sell Tuozafi and Wagashi and things that?
But so this is Ghana. There's food. There's a food court. So the Northern Business Fair, there'll be a food court.
Well, yeah, but you know, it's not the main thing. So if you're into packaged foods, for example, like you have a rice, you know,
or
brand,
you package
it nicely.
The what they used to make the Tuozafi.
Yeah.
This is a place for you to be.
Exactly. You know, so I'm looking forward to this. And of course, it's proudly sponsored by EcoBank, Side Hustle, the Ghana Enterprises Agency, and the Ghana Export Promotion Authority. I'm so excited for this, and I hope that.
How is your lobbying going?
I don't assume, but you know, I serve a living God.
You serve a living God.
Yeah, the Bible tells me
anything
that,
can happen.
Not Philippians 4:13. But another scripture says that there's nothing impossible for our God.
Of course
so
not.
I'm just in very high hopes.
That
anything
last minute.
Charlie, he is the God of the 11th hour. He will supply all my needs, including taking me to Northern Business Fair. In Jesus' name. So,
amen.
The Northern Business Fair is happening, and I'm really excited because a lot of the time when we do the events here, some of these businesses, particularly in the north, are able to take advantage of, you know, these huge platforms. So this time around, we are sending them there. All of the added benefits they get or businesses get when they jump on these events down south, we'll be doing same for them. So for example, we'll be taking live footage from the event. We'll be doing like a series of reels. We'll cover it extensively on social media as well. And we'll give them that platform for them to showcase what they have. And when we say Northern Business Fair, it's not just for the northern region, as in like Tamale and its environs, right? It is the whole of the 5 northern regions. So Northeast, Wale Wale, Bunkrugu, like all of it. Then you go to Upper West, Wa, you go to Upper East, Kalio, Kasina, Nankana. All of those areas are coming together for this, including the Savannah region, which is Ghana's biggest region, but the least populated. You know, so we want all of them to come, and let's tap into the huge potential of the North to advance the cause of Ghana's economic fight or, you know, struggle.
The number to call, 0205-973-973, 0205-973-973 for registration, for information. It starts at 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day at the Tamale Sports Stadium. Right, still here at home, we have AgriFair 2025. And this would be the second edition of the biggest exhibition and sale of fresh farm produce. You know, just like we did it before, this is going to be a similar thing. If you have anything from livestock to yam to poultry, if you have a goods, cattle, anything farm produce, not packaged, farm produce, fresh fresh, like that pork, the pig that you saw. I was about to call him a pork, but anyway, he'll end up being pork. Pepper, jenny, mangoes, onions, tomatoes, pepper, again. And then
rabbit meat. Oh, Charlie. Oh, of course I did some. You know, I had what do you call it? Oh,
what?
No, kebab, but the kebab, it was multi-purpose kebab.
As in there were different types of meat on it?
So there was rabbit, there was chicken, there was it pork or something else like that, and there was goat. Oh, Charlie. You know, when I ate that kebab, I just decided once and for all that goat is goat. You know, like upon you know, he is the goat of all meat. And like when you taste goat meat, you know that no, I'm eating meat. And here it was lamb.
It was
so
lamb.
It was rabbit, lamb, goat, and chicken.
Oh.
You know, when I just tasted the goat meat, I knew that no.
I'm sure your taste buds were like after every bite of every type of meat, your taste buds were blown away.
It was really, really interesting to have a feel of.
So we're giving you the opportunity to come and shop in bulk. You know, we're heading into the Christmas season. You'll be hosting family, friends, and a lot of people. So do register 0558. I saw the number. Is it 973-973? Is that the number? We always have a 973 attached to our numbers. So yes, AgriFair 2nd edition happening from the 28th to the 30th of November. 28th to the 30th of November. And going forward, this is where it will stay in November. So 0558-973-973. And it's happening where it happened at the Efua Sutherland Park, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day. Absolutely free to enter. Just bring your shopping bags and come and shop, and store food for the December festivities.
All right, we'll be there as well, so you don't want to miss out on this really important event. And can we move on?
Yes. So we have an Afro Gastro Festival.
Yeah. So this is by the
Here
Ministry
gastro,
of
here
Tourism,
food.
Culture and Creative Arts, right? And it's brought to you by, of course, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the Vice President, Prof. J. Nano Pokwajima, and the Minister for Tourism, Abla Jifa Gomashi, and of course, the Deputy and the Executive Director of the Ghana Tourism Development Company, Professor Kobe Mensah. And this is an experience to connect culture or cultures through food, music, and heritage. So, see, it promises to be really exciting, right? You remember Chef Fila?
I was about to say, is that she that I see on the flyer?
Yeah, that's it. You know, so it promises to be really fun. You know, and I'm looking forward to this because I had the Mexican ambassador to Ghana speak on this event, and you could clearly tell the excitement that is building up for this, because a lot of people know what we just have here, but they don't know what's like having different intercontinental meal, right? And the funny thing is that a lot of the food we eat here, there are traces of it in different parts of, you know,
especially in the Caribbean, or even in other African countries.
Yeah.
So you see how we eat our roasted plantain with just groundnuts. Nigeria, though, some fish, some sauce. I want to try it. They call it bole, another thing. So yeah, go try different types of meals. And
you know, food is the only thing that, you know,
unites us
and builds excitement. When people see food, then they're happy.
They are happy because you know your tummy is about to be filled.
You know, so it promises to be fun. Yeah.
So it's ending today, actually.
Started yesterday.
Yes, started yesterday, ending today at the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park.
9:30 a.m.
Yes.
All right.
So
amazing.
Go and enjoy, eat, enjoy, meet people. Your favorite event?
Bar camp.
No.
Then that can't be my favorite.
Shut up first.
Oh, Shatta Ali can't be my favorite event.
Oh, but you mentioned that he'll be having an event today.
Yeah, but it can't be my. You set me up. But to be fair, I fully, you know, I think that we need to celebrate him. He's done enormously well But I feel
that.
controversy.
The king calls, the movement rises. This is a celebration of the king.
You know,
So it's happening today at Independence Square. Dress code is white.
Are you asking or you are informing?
I'm informing.
Okay.
Is white at the Independence Square. Chatterfield. Is it free?
Yeah, it's free.
Free entry. Wow.
Today will be high. It will be
Do
high in
not
spirit.
pass.
You know.
Do not. No, I mean like drive through. There'll be traffic.
There won't be traffic. Bring your. Actually, I don't know. It took off from.
Do not pass anywhere near the Independence Square. When does it start? It starts at.
I thought you were going to say that. Do not walk alone around the Independence Square.
See me, I haven't said anything.
No, I thought you were going to say that.
I haven't said anything.
I thought you were going to say that. Don't walk alone. Holding your phone. You know, passing certain places. I thought you were going to say that. And I thought you also say that, oh, where you are going twos, going, you know. I thought
so that is what Jude wants to tell you.
I know. I thought you were going to say that.
But why would I say that?
No, the way you started off. Oh. So I was also thinking that you said, when you are going to be watching who is next to you and go early, you know, and look out for the next security joint.
But are there VIP or everybody's a VIP?
Oh, I think there'll be like some segmented kind of
areas. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, free entry,
Shatta
wear
Wale
white.
fans, they are not like that.
Go and support people. I haven't said anything.
I'm now saying.
Now you are saying it.
That Shatta Wale fans they are very.
When you say they're not like that, what do you mean?
Oh, but there are times we've gone to even stadium, football games, Black Stars. You dare not go and sit in certain parts of the stadium. You'll be healing things, and by the time the game is finished, you can't be. I'm telling you.
In the stadium. But I thought you are searched. Well, not thoroughly.
Accra Sports Stadium. You know, so, and I think it's seriously problematic. Sometimes so much that even the media area, like, and it's not from media people, let me be clear, but like, you know, the stadium gets packed to the rafters so much that like, there's little or no space for navigation. If you know where the press area is, right beneath, above it is like a public stand, and it's not really too like far from there.
Oh, okay,
you know,
the press.
So, and when they close, sometimes the game goes in the evening and they close. You dare not pass certain areas alone. You know, all sorts of boys, you know, chaka. So I think that Shatta Wale's fans are not like that. They are very principled. They are very principled people. They are very law-abiding.
So
and they look out for one another.
Miscreants may come and
take advantage.
Yeah, and then we'll say they are Shatta fans.
Exactly.
Okay.
Maybe there might be some other artists fans, you know.
Which artist fans?
Have you not heard it?
What are you talking about?
You know, one time a Uber driver was telling me that he will never pick a passenger in certain parts of the country.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm saying this because he said it to me that after 6:00 p.m. he will never pick a request from a shaman, from parts of Teshi. And so I even wanted to do a news report on it. And apparently it is popular
amongst the Uber and the Bolt drivers. I guess they can rob you
so
or
they all sorts of things, right?
Attack you or something.
So one time it's like there was a concert in Ashama. He kept getting so many requests from Ashama, but he would never ever, you know, because certain people infiltrated. And I think I've engaged 2 or 3 more Uber drivers, and they say same. That's it. And even other delivery services, they say they'll never go there too. So I think it's a problem, right? Because they're also like very decent people in these areas who would now be victims of circumstances and other people's, you know. So
maybe then it's a collective call on them to change the narrative that comes.
Yeah, but you are doing the right
place
thing.
That they
There's
live
somebody
at.
else who is doing it, and I think you should ask our viewers. Maybe they'll share their experience.
Well.
You know, but you know, the point is that today is Shattabration, and we are celebrating the one who has the street crown on his head.
So it's a free all-white event, and it's happening today at the Independence Square. Go have fun. Enjoy.
It's very important to enjoy.
All right. So there is Peja.
Yeah. This is by the Goethe Institute and the Writers Project Ghana. You know, they've been on
a literary
City FM every Sunday at around, if I'm not mistaken, 7 p.m.
Sunday.
Yeah,
or
Sundays.
Saturday.
Sundays. They're on CTFM Sundays. You know, they talk about, like, they review books, they talk about the latest articles within the fine arts space and theater arts. They look at book review, they speak to authors. So they do quite a lot on the show, right? So this is another literary festival in Ghana, and it's happening at the Goethe Institute in, is it Cantonment or Labone?
Cantonment.
That part is Labone, you are.
Is Labone.
Or it's Cantonment. You know where the former president, where the current president's private office
Isn't
used
that
to be.
Cantonment?
It feels more like Labone. Anyway, okay, Cantonment.
Cantonment, Accra, 17 to 19.
Cantonment.
That's the correct pronunciation.
Cantonment.
Why Cantonment?
Oh, but it's Cantonment. It's raw Cantonment.
But there's no E after the N.
No, so yeah, but you have to make it sound some way because of the way that people live there. like some place I know.
If it's Cantonment, it's Cantonment.
We call the place Awudomi. I was passing there to say Ewudomi. Say Ewudomi.
Jude is okay.
It's so Cantonment. Yeah, so it's happening at Cantonment, you know, later today or what?
Yes.
Tomorrow. It started on Friday.
It started on Friday, it'll end tomorrow. Yeah.
We support them. We like what they do, and they should keep pushing literary and writing Ghana. Okay,
so pick and choose which event you go to. The two at the top, which was the Northern Fair and the Agri Fair, are happening later in the year. But Northern Fair next week, join us. It'll be live and colored. Now, we spoke about cybersecurity Awareness Month. This week, we covered mobile money, social media scams, phishing and smishing malware. Let's watch this video.
One careless share, and they've got your life. Welcome to A Safer You, your guide to safer digital living. Brought to you by Digital Unbounded and Channel One TV. Today we are talking about data protection and privacy. Would you hand out cash to strangers on the street? Of course not. But every time you share too much online, it's like giving away pieces of your most valuable currency, your personal data. Your data is more than just numbers. It tells your story, who you are, your habits, even your money details. Hackers and advertisers see this as treasure. Hackers can use your details to trick people or steal money. Companies watch what you do online to show you ads that follow you around. And once your data gets out, it's very hard to get it back. Think of privacy settings as locks on your digital doors. These help you decide who can see your posts and information. Always check your privacy settings on social media. Don't share things like your birthday, where you live, or personal photos with everyone. Sometimes people post on vacation for 2 weeks. That's like telling thieves your house is empty. Also, review who is on your friend list. Not everyone needs to see everything you share. Ask yourself before posting, would I give this to a stranger on the street? If the answer is no, then keep it private. Protecting your data means building good habits. Use strong and different passwords for every account. Take time to review what apps and websites know about you, and don't share sensitive info in public spaces. Turn off permissions they don't need. Here's your action plan. Treat your personal data like cash. Adjust your privacy settings. Avoid sharing too much. Keep an eye on your digital footprint. Your data is your currency. Protect it wisely. Stay smart, stay safe, stay secure. A Safer You is brought to you by Digital Unbounded in partnership with Channel One TV. One call, one text, or one scan. That's all it takes for a scammer to get in. Will you spot it before they do? Welcome to A Safer You, your guide to safer digital living, brought to you by Digital Unbounded and Channel One TV. Today, we are talking about online scams and phishing, and how scammers use simple tricks to steal information and money. Scams are everywhere online, in emails, text messages, and social media posts. An online scam is a lie told with technology, and the goal is to take your money, your identity, or your trust. One common scam is a fake online store that takes payment but never sends the order. Another scam invites you to claim a prize, but first it asks for a small processing fee. Some scammers pretend to be someone you love or know, and then they ask for help or money. Phishing is the most common type of scam, and it works like phishing because the message is the bait and your information is the catch. A typical phishing message may pretend to be from your bank and say your account is locked, asking you to click a link to fix it. A delivery message may tell you your package is being held and ask you to pay a small fee to release it. A message that seems to come from a family member asking for money is often a scam, and you should always double-check before sending anything. Phishing looks real because scammers copy logos, language, and the exact style of real messages. Always check who sent the message, because strange letters, extra numbers, or a wrong domain are signs it's not real. Do not click links in messages you did not expect. Instead, open the official app or website yourself to check. Watch for bad spelling and messages that push you to act right away, because rushing you is a common scam tactic. If someone asks for money or personal details, call them on a number you already have to make sure the request is real. If a message makes you feel rushed or emotional, pause, take a deep breath, and think before you act. Here is your action plan. Learn the signs of scams and phishing. Pause before you click. Check the source. And always verify through trusted channels before you send money or personal information. Scammers may cast wide nets online, but you do not have to take the bait. Stay calm, stay smart, and stay safe. A Safer You is brought to you by Digital Unbounded in partnership with Channel One TV. It sounds real, it looks real, but it isn't. Welcome to A Safer You, your guide to safer digital living, brought to you by Digital Unbounded and Channel One TV. Today, we're talking about scams that don't just come by email, they come to your phone and even through QR codes. These tricks have special names you should know: vishing, smishing, and quishing. Let's start with vishing, which means voice phishing. This is when scammers call you and pretend to be someone you trust, like your bank, tech support, or even the police. They may say things like, "Your account is at risk, please confirm your PIN," or offer to fix your computer remotely. Remember, never share personal or banking details over the phone. If you get a strange call, hang up and call back using the official number you know. Next is smishing, which is phishing by text message. You might get a text saying, "Your package is waiting, click here to pay the fee," or "Your account will be closed, log in now." Don't click on links from unknown senders, and be careful of urgent messages. If a text looks suspicious, delete it right away. The newest trick is quishing. That's when someone uses a fake QR code to trick you. You might see a QR code sticker placed over a real restaurant's code, but scanning it takes you to a fake website trying to steal your information. Or you might get an email with a QR code asking you to verify your account. Always check where a QR code is from before scanning it. If your phone lets you preview the link before opening it, use that. Don't trust random QR codes you find in public places. All these scams have one thing in common: they pressure you to act fast. The best defense is to stay calm, verify who you're dealing with, and never share personal information without checking first. Here's your action plan. Don't trust phone calls, text, or QR codes without verifying. Hang up, delete, or double-check before you act. Scams come in many forms, but with caution and awareness, you stay in control. Stay smart, stay safe, stay secure. A Safer You is brought to you by Digital Unbounded in partnership with Channel One TV. Imagine getting a message appearing to be from a friend, urgently requesting money. Is it really your friend on the other end of the line? Or could it be a scam designed to deceive you? Welcome to A Safer You, your guide to safer digital living, brought to you by Digital Unbounded and Channel One TV. Your social media connects you to friends and family, but it also connects you to scammers. On WhatsApp and Facebook, they use trust to trick you into giving away money or information. Scammers build fake online relationships to win your trust. Then they ask for money. Maybe it's someone you've never met who says they love you after a few days. Maybe they say they need help with travel, an emergency, or money to finally meet you in person. Be cautious if someone you met online moves too fast. And never send money to someone you've only spoken to virtually. On WhatsApp and Facebook, scammers often pretend to be your real friends. You might get a message saying, "Hi, I lost my phone. Can you send me mobile money?" Or maybe your friend's hacked account sends an urgent request for cash. Always confirm by calling your friend directly. And be suspicious of any message that sounds rushed or emotional, even if it comes from a familiar name. Scammers also target people looking for ways to grow their money. They post ads saying, "Invest 100, get 1,000 in 2 days." Or they add you to WhatsApp groups promising guaranteed returns. But here's the truth. If it sounds too good to be true, it is. Stick to trusted financial institutions only. Social media scams prey on trust. Protect yourself by slowing down, verifying, and never sending money without checking. Here's your action plan. Be cautious with online relationships. Confirm messages from friends. And avoid quick profit schemes. On WhatsApp and Facebook, trust carefully. Stay smart, stay safe, stay secure. A Safer You is brought to you by Digital Unbounded in partnership with Channel One TV. You thought this download was safe? Could it be a trap? Welcome to A Safer You, your guide to safer digital living, brought to you by Digital Unbounded and Channel One TV. Today we'll discuss 2 digital diseases that can make your electronic devices quite sick. Let's talk about malware. Malware is short for malicious software. Programs created to damage your files, steal your personal information, or secretly monitor what you do online. It sneaks in through downloads, fake links, or even infected USB sticks. You click what looks like a normal file, but hidden inside is the problem. Then there's ransomware, a special type of malware. Instead of just stealing data, ransomware locks up your important files, like a digital kidnapper, and demands payment before letting you get them back. Both malware and ransomware usually enter devices in the same way, through unsafe downloads, suspicious attachments, or software that looks real but isn't. They can sit quietly in your system for a while, then suddenly cause damage. Watch out for warning signs like your device suddenly slowing down, files disappearing, or strange pop-ups that you didn't open. These are signals that something isn't right. But here's the good news. Just like you'd visit a doctor when you're unwell, your device has its own kind of doctor too. It's called antivirus software. Think of it as your digital doctor, scanning for viruses, removing infections, and keeping your system healthy. It's that quiet guardian working behind the scenes to stop attacks before they spread. Consider it your dedicated digital doctor, proactively preventing illness. Maintaining healthy devices requires consistent care, much like our physical bodies. Here's your action plan. Install and regularly update reliable antivirus software on all your devices. Back up important files to a secure cloud or external drive. Be cautious with links and attachments. If it looks suspicious, don't click. Keep your apps and systems updated to close security gaps. Malware and ransomware are like digital diseases, but with the right habits, you can stay protected. Follow your action plan, stay alert, and keep your digital world safe. Stay smart, stay safe, stay a safer you. A Safer You is brought to you by Digital Unbounded in partnership with Channel One TV.
Let's talk hemorrhoids. Hemorrhoids are normal structures located in the anus of all mammals.
But it is only man who suffers hemorrhoidal disease because of the erect posture we have assumed and the squatting that we do to empty our bowel. Hemorrhoids consist of a special type of blood vessels which fill with blood when we are moving our bowel and help to cushion the anus against the force of transmitting the stool. Afterwards, they empty their blood, collapse, help seal the anus to maintain continence. Over time, these vessels lose the elasticity of their walls, become dilated, permanently filled with blood, leading to congestion of the hemorrhoids. The symptoms of hemorrhoids are bleeding and prolapse of the hemorrhoids when passing stool, itching and feeling of warmth in the anus and anal discharge. Laser, ligature, and longo are the modern, minimally invasive, most effective, and painless methods of treating hemorrhoids today.
Muntaba Hospital, first Ghana Colorectal Center, in to serve a peculiar health need.
When you buy, you build. Your purchase becomes progress. Each choice writes a better story for someone else.
Buy African, build Africa.
This November, something amazing is coming to Accra. Are you a farmer with fresh produce? Are you into fish farming, poultry, or livestock? Then get ready for the November edition of the AgriFair 2025. Yes, AgriFair 2025. It's happening on Friday the 28th to Sunday the 30th of November. It's happening at the A4 Southern Children's Park and it's 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day. It's the ultimate weekend marketplace. From fruits and vegetables to poultry, livestock and fish to agri-inputs and processing machinery. All at unbeatable farm gate prices. Whether you're selling or buying, this is your chance to connect, trade and grow. Enjoy the freshest farm produce, sizzling kebabs, and a vibrant marketplace atmosphere all in one space. Register now and secure your spot. Call 0558-973-973 for more information. AgriFair 2025, where culture meets innovation. The AgriFair 2025 is powered by Channel One TV and 97.3 City FM.
You're welcome back to Breakfast Daily Weekend right here on Channel One TV with me, Eno Safo. We're having a conversation on the Black Star International Film Festival, and I have some of the writers, directors, producers who won specific awards in the studio with me. I have Jonathan Awinsinga Ayamga. He's a director and writer of The Power of the String. You're welcome.
Thank you.
And then I'm sure you all know the person I'm about to introduce, Andrew Nkansa Asa. He is the co-producer of Sweet Palm Wine. I didn't even know you could write. We know he can sing and play instruments, but we didn't know he can write. You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
And on Zoom, I have Gabriel Odate. He's an executive director and executive producer of Yamina. I hope I mentioned it correctly. And Nana Brempong Berima is producer, director, and writer of The Coin Quest. All right, so I have these gentlemen joining me. Let's start the conversation. Tell me a little bit about your film.
Well, The Power of the String is about the spiritual connection between the Kongo instruments and then the people who use it.
Okay.
So with my documentary, I focused on Kenai Soba, who uses the Kongo instruments.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the Kongo.
The instrument that he uses, okay.
Kongo instrument. So the story about him is that when he was younger, he couldn't walk, and then when he was at home, a priest came to his house and then noticed that he wasn't walking, and the priest advised his dad that the reason why he is not working is because his purpose of using the instruments he's not using the instruments. So if we give him the instruments, the Kongo instruments, it will give him purpose, and he'll also be able to work. Yeah, so my story basically focuses on the spiritual connection and how the instrument has made him the kind of person he is today.
Oh, that's nice. And Andrew, tell me about Sweet Palm Wine.
All right, so Sweet Palm Wine, well, it's a romantic comedy, but it is music. We decided, I'm part of a palm wine band, Kwampa,
yes.
And then, so we released a 6-track EP.
Okay.
And we decided that instead of working on 6 individual music videos for the 6 songs, let's rather put the songs together into a story and let us put it out there as a film. And so that is Sweet Palm Wine. It shows the Ghanaian, it's a Ghanaian love story.
Right.
It's a Ghanaian love story. And that's so I did not write it.
Okay.
But just because the music comes from the band,
right.
We are
you
part of
co-produced it.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense. Let's go on Zoom, speak to Gabriel, who is the executive director and executive producer of Yamina. Gabriel, tell me a bit about your film.
Yes, hi everyone. So I'm Gabriel Darte. I'm based in Toronto, Canada, and my movie Yamina is about a fearless African warrior princess who defends her land, culture, and heritage from invaders from Europe. Basically, after her father, the king, passes away, and the story is basically it's a fictional story, but it's based on historical events that happened. So I took stories from stories like Yaa Asantewaa and Queen Amina from Nigeria, Queen Nzenga from Angola, and I put it all together and created my own story. So inspired by true historical events, but it's a fictional story. And so I came up with the name Yamina.
Right.
And that's really what it's about.
Great. Nana Brempong Berima is also producer, director, and he's the writer of The Coin Quest. Tell me a bit about your story, your film.
Okay, so Coin Quest follows the journey of a brand new coin out of its, should I say, bankroll, traveling through life, passing through hands, and finding out what true value means, which is not what is inscribed on it, but rather the people who wield it. So that's generally the gist of the story of Coin Quest.
And this is Ghana, where we don't really, use our coins or value our coins that much. Everybody wants to use paper. How difficult or easy was it writing this story?
Well, for Coin Quest, it's interesting because I had to start backwards. I knew that I wanted to make a film that year to prove to myself that I wanted to be a filmmaker and to keep quiet about it. The next time anybody breaks it up and I say I want to be a filmmaker again, I knew I needed to make that one project to kickstart everything. I didn't have much, and I'm the kind of filmmaker who would think about, what would this actor wear? What would the color of the clothes be? What would the hair be? I didn't have much, so I didn't want to think about all of that. So I decided to think about an inanimate object that I can use easily. So I think I was looking around my room, found a coin, and said, I have to build something around a coin. And around that time, I was also dealing with the concept of being naive about life, and then as a child, and then the realities of life showing up as we grow. So I incorporated that into the journey of the coin as it moves around, faces a lot of challenges, and realizes that life isn't as easy, and the people that it surrounds itself with would show its true value and wealth.
All right, Gabriel, let me come to you. How easy or difficult was it shooting Yamina?
Well, Yamina is an animation story, so it was at that time I felt like no story like that has been told. It took us 3 years to do this, so it was very challenging because it was to do animation is very expensive, and I also used an animation studio in Ghana to do this. So for that studio, this was their first opportunity to do animation of this magnitude. So it was it was challenging to do because it was expensive. But God being so good, I was able to find producers to help me bring my story to life. So the challenge was mostly the financial cost to be able to do this. And like I said, it took us 3.5 years to do this. So it was a very challenging process, but we were happy to do this because I felt this story needed to be told, especially the fact that we had a lot of African warrior queens. But nobody has really told this story, so I really wanted to tell this story. And also, for me, I was amazed to know that we have so much talent in Ghana, people that can do this kind of animation, but they haven't had the opportunity to do this because they haven't had the resources.
Right.
So for me to be able to give them the opportunity to show the world what they can do, that was very fulfilling for me.
So you used Ghanaian talent?
Yes, the animation studio is based in Ghana, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Jonathan, let me come to you. Did you use King Ayusoba in your documentary?
Yes, I did.
So you spoke to him and all of that. Tell me about the process. How was it?
So before I got King Ayusoba, I did some research on the instruments and then basically other people who use the instruments as well. And before I got him, I wasn't sure if I'll be able to secure King Ayusoba. So the casting process, I was interviewing other people who use the instruments, but not focusing on like their personal stories. Like I was focusing on people as griots, people who bring people in the community together through music.
Right.
Because that's what, apart from having the connection, spiritual connection, that's what people like that do. So before I was able to secure King Ayusoba, I communicated with other people to see if they would like help me expand the story, and I finally got secured King, and then I had a meeting with him and then pitched the story to him, and he liked the story, so he was very like he participated in the story.
You said the power of the string, so and how King Ayusoba's the string that he uses, helped him walk and journey through life. If that thing is taken away from him, does it mean that King Ayusoba won't walk again, or tell me about that? I'm intrigued.
Well, with him and the instrument himself, it's like when you listen, when he's singing without the instruments, it's like there's something missing.
Right.
You don't have like.
It's become his identity.
Yes, because during the shoot itself, like. When you listen to him play, you have this visceral reaction. Like, I just got goosebumps. I didn't expect to feel that way, but it was very powerful. It was very moving to me. So I feel like even without him performing, there'll be something missing. Like, because yes, he wasn't working, but when he got the instrument, he was able to work. So it's like the instrument is like a stick that is helping him work. So without the working stick, he'll be limping. So that's how I saw the story.
You saw the story. Yeah. Jonathan, putting 6 songs into one video, how is it? Difficult, easy?
So it wasn't too difficult because the stories, the songs themselves have stories in there.
Okay.
And so we just had to find a way of putting them together seamlessly. And we were deliberate about a number of things. We are here in Ghana, but we know a number of things in the US basically because of the movies we have watched, their movies we have watched. We know the White House, we know quite a number of things. Even their national anthem, it sounds familiar once we hear them because of some of these movies we watched. So we were deliberate about bringing in some of the Ghanaian stuff so that, well, for instance, food. Every food we mentioned in the movie is a local dish, a local delicacy. So like we did wache in there, we mentioned kenke, we mentioned palm nut soup with koto and all those things. We're deliberate about some of those things so that whoever watches the movie comes to terms with some of these things which are part of our culture, so we don't lose them. People will regard you as you regard yourself and as, yes, among you. For instance, growing up in the house, everybody called my mom Sister Esther. And so even the children, we ended up calling her Sister Esther.
Yeah.
And that is because of what we heard other people call her. And so the movies we are putting out, and that's why Sweet Palm Wine, we're deliberate about it, so that we showcase an aspect of the Ghanaian culture, whoever watches the movie, especially palm wine music. And that is why we have the 6 songs in there, palm wine music, so that anybody who watches the movie comes to terms with palm wine music, whether the band performs it live or not. Once you watch the movie, we have palm wine music represented in there as a way of preserving the culture, the culture of palm wine music, or better still, ensuring continuity of the music tradition.
Right.
Yeah.
Talk to me about funding. How easy or difficult was it?
Thankfully, we worked and we still work with a record label, Wahala Entertainment.
Right.
And so they put the money in there, thankfully. So when it comes to funding, it wasn't the band directly, but it was the record label. That is also the production house for the movie. So they handled everything, the technical aspect of the movie, the production itself, the technical production, and then the funding also.
Okay, Jonathan, funding, how easy or difficult was it?
With regards to funding, it was my film was a school production by Inmark IFT. So the school funded partially with it, and then my team and I also contributed and then be able to fund the production.
All right, let me ask our gentleman on Zoom, and let me start with Jonathan. Nana Obrimpong, how easy or difficult was it securing funding for CoinQuest?
So funding for CoinQuest was on my shoulder. I did it alone, and it's natural because this was my first project. A lot of people wouldn't exactly believe in the first time or doing something for the first time, so it's understandable. But I'd have to say I got a lot of help from people around me. The editor, cinematographer gave me his equipment for free and his services for free as well. I got some subsidies from the person who did the scoring. So it was a very good experience, but it is very expensive as well. So it's interesting. I'm looking forward to do my next project, and I'm sure the challenge of funding will come up again, and I'm looking at how I'll solve that, but we look forward to that.
Right. Gabriel, talk to me about funding. How easy or difficult was it?
So, so in the movie, actually, what happened was the movie is supposed to be like 2 hours long, but what we have right now is just part 1 because of funding. So when I first started, I put out a trailer, and then one of my friends, who's a doctor, saw the trailer, and I guess he believed in what I've been doing over the years, so he decided to be the producer and put his money into it. And that's how I was able to do the part 1 that is now screening in film festivals and stuff like that. And now I'm looking for funding to be able to continue the story and do the rest of it. But the part 1 so far has been well received, and that's why we were able to go to the Black Star International Film Festival and other film festivals like that. But funding is very the animation is very cost effective, and it's very expensive to do. But most of the funding goes to the animation itself. But luckily for me, the voice actors and all the other pieces that goes into the film, they were able to do it without any. I didn't pay like my voice actors, and like Nana mentioned, some of the people that were involved, I didn't have to pay them. If I was to do that, it would have cost a bit more to do. But when people look at the film, they think it was made in Hollywood, and so the budget for such a movie like this would have been way more higher than what it really was, because this was done in Ghana. But the funding is the main cost to do something like that. So yes, I'm still looking for funding to be able to do the rest of it. But really, what we have is just part one of the whole story, and that's why we're going to these festivals, to be able to get more distribution opportunities or more funding opportunities to be able to do the rest of the story.
All right. Let me just put it out there that I'm a voice actor. So if you're looking for a voice actor,
that would be great. That's good to know. That's good to know. So we'll definitely reach out to you.
Definitely. I'll be waiting with bated breath.
Thank you.
All right. What challenges exist for, film writers, film producers here in Ghana? Andrew, let me start with you.
In my opinion, I think funding is a major challenge for majority of the producers. I think funding, and then for instance, when we're looking for a location to do the filming, we had to do a lot of scouting to get the appropriate location for that. And I guess if we had something like a film village, it could support the scouting. It could reduce the number of the period we use for the scouting. Yes, it could reduce. And then, so I think the major thing should be funding, because I believe the technical expertise is there. When it comes to the camera people, the technical production, I think we have the expertise. Thankfully, NAFTI is churning out very quality human resource in terms of film production. And so I believe that once these things are in place, including funding, it will be better.
Jonathan, what major things exist in our film industry here in Ghana, and how can we bridge that gap?
Well, I feel like he said, funding as well, but I also want to add distribution, because there are some spaces in Ghana, like apart from film festivals, we barely hear like other avenues that allow like filmmakers, directors to view their films, and spaces like maybe the Silverbird. Some directors can't afford the space over there. So if like maybe there were more ways to distribute our films to other places, it would be very helpful.
You don't think YouTube is a good enough avenue?
Oh, YouTube is very good, but sometimes too, it depends on the people. YouTube depends on like your viewers.
Your viewers.
Yes, so that's another issue. Maybe someone is just me that I don't have like plenty viewers. I'll need other avenues, because I'll not get views, and the money will not come in time.
Right. Okay, let me go on Zoom, speak to Nana. Tell me about the challenges that exist for you, for other film producers, directors, writers, and how can we bridge that gap?
This is very interesting, because for the challenges around filmmaking, I think it's at every point of filmmaking in Ghana. It generally isn't rewarding to make a good quality project here, because making quality projects is making expensive work, and our sector isn't set up to reward that. As Jonathan was saying, we have just about 5 actively working cinema screens in the country, cinemas, and I think many of the cinemas have about 2 screens averagely. Each screen holds about at most 200 seats. So let's say we have around 1,000 seats generally in Ghana, or let me be generous and say 2,000. If I make a film that is over 100,000 cedis, which is generally the budget for most Ghanaian movies, it's going to be extremely hard for me to get that money back. So generally, I feel like Ghanaian audiences also should give us a chance. We need the numbers. We need to be able to approach people with numbers that says that these people are interested in watching these. So if we make it, they're going to be able to get the money back for you. So Ghanaian audiences very quickly write off Ghanaian projects. We should take some time and look at it. Let's give some of them a chance. At least go through them, research the producers and directors behind these projects, and root for some of them. We should show up to the cinemas. Going to the cinema is not a luxury. It's something we should be doing often, and we should boost all of us. That's going to help. If we have a lot of audience interest, we're rewarding people who are making quality projects, they're going to be able to make their money back and be able to make more and be able to also make a case for doing even bigger. But if we are not able to make the money they are spending back, they will always try to reduce it and make lower quality projects, and then we'll come and complain that the projects that we are making aren't quality enough.
All right, Gabriel, how do we, bridge the gap between the roadblocks that exist for film producers, writers, and directors in Ghana?
I guess so. For me, my film, I positioned it in a way that it's not necessarily a Ghanaian film.
Okay.
When you watch it, I have it different names, different characters, where it's more like an African, or it's a film where people in the diaspora can also connect to. So, for example, just a couple of days ago, through the Black Star International Film Festival, I've been invited to Trinidad and Tobago to screen my film because they love what they see and they can identify with it.
Okay.
I was in France in August to screen my film over there as well. And when I was there, I actually met a Ghanaian film producer there where they also screened their film. And when they watched it, they were asking me, how come I have all these different names there? And they were asking, it doesn't look like it's a Ghanaian movie. And I said, that's because it's not a Ghanaian movie, even though I had a few Ghanaian languages in there and stuff like that. But they realized the names of the characters are not Ghanaian names. And I said, yeah, it's not a Ghanaian movie because I'm trying to target a global audience. And I'm looking for distribution and investors who will be interested in the film, not just for a Ghanaian audience. Because I realized if I focused on just a Ghanaian audience, I may not get my money back, my investment back. Yeah, because that's what happens. If we do that, if I go and screen in Silverbird, like my colleague said in Silverbird, I'm probably not gonna get my investment back because I know that the audience will look at it like, oh, it's just a cartoon, or because animation is still new to the industry, and they'll look at it as, even here in the Ghanaian community in Toronto, in Canada, I don't get the support that I feel like I should be getting when I try to promote this.
And do you think Ghanaians support their own?
That's a whole different topic, because besides this film, I also have another show that's more for the Ghanaian community, because
Right.
I have names like Kofi, Nana, and all that stuff in there.
Okay.
But I realize the Caribbeans are more receptive to that than even my own Ghanaian community.
Right.
And that show was more for the Ghanaians, but they don't support it as much as the Caribbeans do. When the Caribbeans get the characters dressed in African culture, African fashion, they are more excited about it than my own fellow Ghanaians. So this movie, I purposely made sure that I'm not producing just a Ghanaian movie, but a movie that all Black people or African diasporans will be attracted to. Because if I do just a Ghanaian movie, I may lose on my investment. So, but at the same time, I think things are changing now that our Americans and the Black people in the diaspora are coming back home and they're identifying with their culture. I think things are changing and people are now gravitating towards the African, the Black culture. So I think, like someone said, there's only 5 theaters in Ghana. So over time, that will change, and maybe the people will start, patronizing the work that we're doing more. But we definitely need to support the arts. It's not just about the music. I think the film industry needs more support, and people need to start going to the theater more, and spending more money there as well.
All right. I think my final question to all of you will be, what's next for you, and where can we screen these films that you've released? Let me start with you, Gabriel, since you're already talking.
Okay, so for me, definitely, I would like to finish the rest of this film, and I also have other stories I would like to tell. So we just want more support from the industry, and once I finish with this one, I have another one that I think the people will love to see, and I just encourage people to support what we're doing, because it's we're putting a lot of work into this. It's not easy to produce these films, so we would like to see more support from not just the government, but from the audience as well when we do these films.
Nana, same question. Where can we screen your film, and what's next for you?
So very likely Conquest will be seen in another festival and then working towards putting it on a Ghanaian streaming platform after that. And what's next is we're currently drafting and working on another short film, hopefully another one that will draw people in again and tell another unique story. So hopefully same time next year we might be having another conversation about
All right.
our new film.
Thank you. Andrew?
Yeah, so we've premiered the movie, obviously, it's out there, but we've not exhausted the channels of distribution yet.
Okay.
And so in my opinion, we will have to go through them and then we'll see that. We'll definitely have a road show where we will go around Ghana, maybe outside Ghana, and then we'll screen the movies. The premiere was very good. We realized that the reaction from the audience, the patrons, it was super. And so we'll definitely go around with that and then we'll look at other distribution avenues so that everyone, everywhere will get access to the movies. But of course, as a band, we will continue in this light.
Right.
Next year, we are releasing a 12-track album.
Wow.
And I believe definitely we will have a movie after the release of the 12-track.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right, Jonathan?
So with regards to distribution, my film is still making its rounds in terms of film festivals.
Okay.
So after that, I was encouraged to expand on this document because it was a short story. So I'm focusing on that at the moment, and I still have other stories I'd like to tell through film. So,
All right. Andrew, Jonathan, Gabriel, Nana, thank you so much for joining me this morning. I appreciate your time. I'm inspired. I love it. If you missed any part of this, you can go on Channel One TV's YouTube and you can watch it again, see where you can watch the films and enjoy. We'll be right back after this. Don't go away.
This October, Northern Ghana takes center stage. Get ready for the Northern Business Fair 2025, the ultimate one-stop shop for everything made in Ghana in the Savannah, Northern, Northeast, Upper East, and Upper West regions. From hand-woven smocks and intricate crafts to modern manufacturing, innovative packaging of made-in-Ghana products, and thriving homegrown businesses, it's a vibrant celebration of talent, innovation, and authenticity. Brought to you by Channel One TV and 97.3 CDFM, it's the biggest trade fair showcasing Ghanaian SMEs, startups, research bodies, and indigenous brands making waves across the nation. It's happening on Saturday the 25th and Sunday the 26th of October 2025 at the Tamale Sports Stadium. The time is 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Want to exhibit? Call 0205-973-973 today and book your space. Don't just hear about it, see it, experience it, and live it. The Northern Business Fair, your market, your connections, your growth. The Northern Business Fair 2025 is powered by Channel One TV and 97.3 City FM and is proudly sponsored by Ecobank, Side Hustle, the Ghana Enterprises Agency, the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, and supported by Cackstone Records. The alumni of Sweetroot Secondary School, SWESCO, invites you to the annual All-Year Group Awards and Dinner Dance. Relive the memories, reconnect with friends. The Old Swesconians Annual Year Group Awards and Dinner Dance is here. Join us on November 1st at 5 p.m. at the beautiful Channel One TV Gardens in Tesano. For just 500 Ghana cedis per head, enjoy an evening of dinner, music, and nostalgia. Don't miss the reunion of the year. The Old Swesconians Annual All-Year Group Awards and Dinner Dance is on the 1st of November 2025 at 5 p.m. at the Channel One TV Gardens. Contact your year group or chapter president and get your tickets. Sepulchrum Optimus, always with the best.
welcome back. This is Breakfast Daily Weekend. Just gone by an exciting conversation Edo had with our guest. You know, a lot is happening in the space, right? So if you missed any part of that interview, you could catch it live on our YouTube channel, Channel One TV, and you could watch it and also share the experience really with others. It's important. But it's now time for sports. And joining me in studio, my colleague in the Channel One newsroom on the Channel One Sports Dex, El Mint.
Yo, Mr. Duncan.
Don Minty.
Oh, Mr. Duncan.
Oh,
Mr. Duncan.
El Mint.
Oh, Mr. Duncan. Mr.
Yesterday,
Duncan.
I was listening to Sports Panorama on CTFM, and I texted Kojo Nketia to sack all of you from the studio.
Why? Why should he sack all of us from the studio?
And I tweeted it on X.
Your X page, yeah.
And it was funny because the views were divided, like almost equally.
Yeah.
So, and I'm referring to the Black Star Diaspora Players Conundrum.
Yeah.
Whereas some were saying, see, Charlie, bring them on. You know, they build up the team or they enhance the team. The whole other issue of national pride was also put out. So clearly, I think it's a situation where it's almost like the opinions are almost
they differ.
They differ, and it's almost like it's equally divided on this.
Yes, but before I get to answer that question, I need to give you an update. In the world of basketball, Ghana's Spintex Knights, they are competing in the qualifiers for the 2026 Basketball Africa League.
Yeah.
And they are in Abidjan, in Cote d'Ivoire, and they are competing. And last night, they played their first game against Younes d'Abidjan, and they lost 66-73 to the host. And later today, they'll be playing against Liberia's LPRC Oilers at 4 p.m. Later tonight. So you can catch it on YouTube. Just type in Spintex Knights and you'll be able to follow the updates. And on Sunday, they'll play their final qualifier against Elan Coton of Benin. So yes, they've lost the first game, but we are hoping and praying that they're able to make amends and be able to rack up some wins and qualify to the division round. And once they qualify from the division round, then they make it to the main competition. Last year, they qualified from the zonal division and they made it to the divisional round. Unfortunately, they couldn't progress beyond that stage. And funny enough, the team that won that divisional competition or the divisional round, that's Al Ali Benghazi of Libya. They were the team that managed to win the overall competition earlier this year. And so, yes, that's the little update on Spintex Knights. And yes, a little bit update on the EPL. Later today, we have the likes of Nottingham Forest taking on Chelsea. And Chelsea will be again without Cole Palmer. He's been ruled out for 6 more weeks because of the groin injury. Enzo Maresca, the head coach of Chelsea, believes that Cole Palmer needs a bit more time to properly recover and get some rest from that particular injury. So they don't want to risk him by rushing him back and having him aggravate that injury and having to miss him for an extended period of time. And so they want to give him as much time as possible to heal from that groin injury. And the other update is also that Enzo Maresca wouldn't be on the sideline or on the touchline because
of the red
card that
he got Liverpool game.
Yes, he got against Liverpool for running wild and going to celebrate with his players in the corner. And so, yeah, that's a little updates on the EPL. And speaking of the EPL, later today, AFC Bournemouth will be taking on Crystal Palace. And now, because of the question that you asked, every Crystal Palace game will be heavily scrutinized because of Edin Ketia. Yes, because of Edin Ketia, every Crystal Palace game will be heavily scrutinized. So beginning today, every Crystal Palace game will be scrutinized. He'll be taking on Antoine Semenyon's AFC Bournemouth later today at 2 p.m. And so, yes, catch all the updates live on the Republic of Football on City 97.3 FM and on Channel One TV. We'll give you all the analysis and all the breakdown that you need. Now, to address your question, what do we need to do? The fact that we're having a heated debate on this issue tells you that, look, it is well within the guy's rights to
these foreign-born players.
The foreign-born players to want to play for Ghana despite their past quote-unquote sins or transgressions, because for the most part these guys haven't flat out said that they are not Ghanaian, they don't want to be part of Ghana or anything of that sort. Edin Ketia inched close to that point where he said, yeah, he picks England over Ghana. But even him was a statement that damning as Iñaki Williams when he said, I didn't feel Ghanaian back in the day,
before
a couple of years before the 2022 World Cup. But at the end of the day, Ghana brought him in because at the end of the day, we saw that he is an upgrade on what we had at that time. So for me, it's all about quality. What you can bring to the table, that will be the biggest determinant. And when I look at these guys, in some cases, they are an upgrade on what we have. In some cases, they are not. And so in the cases where they aren't necessarily an upgrade, we ignore them. When they are an upgrade, we can clearly see that they are an upgrade, we bring them in. So, for instance, the Rome Jaden Owusu-Oduro as a goalkeeper, he is an upgrade on what we have presently, particularly when it comes to the depth in that position. Imagine we have Rome Jaden Owusu-Oduro, a starting goalkeeper for AZ Alkmaar in the Dutch league, in our team. Then you have Benjamin Asare, then you have Atizigi. Isn't that a stronger group of individuals than having Atizigi, Joseph Annan, and Benjamin Asare? You see the two? So it's not about patriotism. It's not about commitment. It's not about loyalty. Look, those things...
How about national pride?
National pride. Those things flew out the window a long time ago. Ask me, let me answer this to me. National pride. Wouldn't you be proud as a Ghanaian to have the Black Stars lift the FIFA World Cup in 2026 with Hudson-Odoi, Rome Jaden Owusu-Oduro, and these guys, than having a national pride where, the players that we have, we ignore all these guys and go with the players that we have and get kicked out of the group stage? Which one do you prefer? At the end of the day, it's Ghana, it's Black Stars. And it's not like these guys are completely foreign players. They are of Ghanaian descent. And so, at the end of the day...
They have a right.
They have a right.
So now the important question is, do they improve? And I agree with you because, see, the people that played, the team that played the qualifiers, we paid them. It's not like they played for free.
Exactly. People are saying that monkey they work, baboon they chop. At the end of the day, they got paid.
It's true. But the other question is, do they significantly improve the team? So, for example, a player like Callum Hudson-Odoi, is he better than Nyama? Is he better than Kamaldeen? Is he better than Isahaku? Who would ordinarily be our first choice wingers?
And the thing is, our first choice group are pretty much settled. It's those on the periphery that you need to quote unquote upgrade. And once you upgrade on the periphery, it gives you the chance to have a very strong overall team that is deep. Because you can call someone from the bench that will give you production that is closer to the one who is starting. And that is what I am calling for. That we should have a good, legit look at it and take out. Yes, it's emotional, but look at it from a business standpoint, from a critical standpoint. Look, Kevin Prince Boateng before the 2010 World Cup, that infamous interview with Michael Otieje, he said it clearly. I made the decision to play for Ghana with my head and not my heart.
That's at the end of the day. That's Edin Ketia. No, your point is well made. Does Edin Ketia improve this team?
No, for me, unless he shows remarkable improvement in his production, for me, he's out.
How about the goalkeeper, Jaden Owusu-Oduro?
He improves our team massively, especially in that position. Edin Ketia is not better than any of the forwards that we have presently. So if he comes in, he's not going to upgrade our team. So ignore him for now.
And those are the words of my man.
So you can join the conversation more on this on Football Republic that starts at 2 p.m. on Channel 1. Today. Yes. You are invited. And so you can join in the fun and we'll definitely have a blast.
That's what time will allow us for an exciting edition of Saturday, Breakfast Daily Weekend right here on Channel 1 TV. The big issue with Selom Adonu is up next. It's a power-packed guest lineup today. All the big political stories up for discussion. You don't want to miss it. Don't go away.